Well, I just came outside to water plants, but doesn't look like I have to because it is windy and spitting rain. Oh yeah, just started to rain. But it's kind of cool though. Did you close the door on me? Hey, troublemaker, what are you doing? I said hello to you already. Anyway, this Tuesday is kind of slow, so I just did a little bit of work, so I'm gonna get back to reading, because oh my gosh, this book. So, I just did finish this book, thank goodness, it was so good. And it's really funny because I don't really read historical romance, just historical without paranormal elements into it, but this is good. Anyway, it's 6:23 and I have a 6:30 meeting and I am hungry. So what am I gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna run the meeting while making pancakes. I'm hungry. Oh man, this is such a big deal. I can't even vlog. I'm too busy watching this. I don't even have words to express, first of all, what went on tonight, and second of all, how I feel about it all. Because if you are the majority of people, you have zero knowledge about what happened in Texas. And if you're also the majority of people, you probably, I mean, obviously it's 5:30 in the morning, so I don't know what the media has done to this story, but they've probably decimated it and thrown around facts that aren't facts, but that are presented as facts. So be very wary about what you hear about SB5 and Wendy Davis and everything that happened in Texas. Murphy, I'm trying to be serious. He's pooping. I'm not going to go into detail because I don't have, you know, all the knowledge that would be necessary for me to go over step by step all the things that happened. But basically, there was a bill in the Senate tonight, and for Texas. And Wendy Davis was doing a filibuster, and she was on her feet for 13 hours, I think, and they called her on the most ridiculous charge, and they said she had made an error, or, you know, invalidated her filibuster. So, which she didn't, by the way. They called her on a bogus rule. They invented, by the way. Alright, I'm not going to go over everything because, like I said, I don't have all the knowledge. But what happened is over 100,000 people were watching this streamed live on YouTube. No major media, not CNN, not MSNBC, not nothing. No news coverage of this trial, of any of this happened tonight. Nothing. That's the biggest thing to take away from this. But anyway, so there was only one way to watch this, and live streaming in the courtroom on YouTube of one of Texas's stations or something. I forgot exactly which. But there's going to be a lot of links in the description below. Trust me on that. And maybe just linking on the screen. If you see a box, make sure your annotations are on so you could click on annotations and go see these videos because it's very important. 100,000 people plus, I don't know, it was probably 130, 150,000 people at one point. I don't know, I wasn't looking at numbers. I was too engrossed in what was going on. But all of us sat there on this YouTube stream watching as, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it, Republicans, only the Republicans really, they followed the rules as long as it fit what they wanted. And as soon as Democrats started saying, what about this rule? The president in there completely ignored them. Completely ignored the women, completely ignored the rule books when it didn't apply to him and what the Republicans wanted. And it was live. on YouTube. We watched them flub rules, ignore rules that were clearly pointed out, and ignore senators. It was, I can't even, words. Anyway, so it got worse because, oh my gosh, the quote of the day, of the night, of the week, Senator Van Poot, I think is how you pronounce her name. She is my heroine today, my hero. Just take a second and click on this video right now, because you want to hear the best ending line ever, and it should give you a feeling as to what the mood was while we were watching this. After she said that, the galley erupted in those cheers and did not stop for 17 minutes. They basically took it the last 13 or 12 or 13 minutes until it passed midnight. And constitutionally, they could not sign after midnight. Yet, as soon as midnight hit, sources were saying it passed. It was published online that the bill was passed on the 26th, which is unconstitutional. Then there are screen caps of this. You can Google for it. There are screen caps of them having the date of it being signed on the 26th, which is tomorrow, the next day, after midnight, 12:03, unconstitutional. Then they went back and changed the website to that it was passed on the 25th, that it was signed before midnight, which was impossible, and it was an absurd amount of law breaking that went on in front of 100,000 plus people. And it can't continue like this. So that live stream went down on YouTube. Still no media coverage, nothing. CNN was covering blueberry muffins and how many calories they were. Nothing. Not even a whisper of what was going on in Texas. Just blueberry muffins and how many calories they took. And I think another station was covering the Kardashians at the same time. When Senate is just breaking rules and don't care. Ignoring women. Telling them to shut up and sit down. In more or less. And just repeatedly breaking the law when they're supposed to be upholding the law. It's just... Anyway, continuing. So no media coverage. The only person was somebody on Ustream, streaming live from the lobby area after all of this went down, after the doors closed. And that is Christopher Dido. And he's on Twitter at Christopher Dido, or his Ustream, which I very highly suggest watching, because, I mean, it's like 3-4 hours, but you can skip and pick and choose which videos you watch. But, that's his news source, him and his friend Kit. They were the only people reporting from inside about this story. They were the only source that everyone had across America, people in Australia, in Canada, the UK. Everyone was watching these two college-aged, I think, guys reporting on a story that impacts everyone in this nation. Even if you're not in Texas, this would have impacted you, and it did. And it was just unbelievable to watch. Unbelievable. And I know I'm rambling, and I know it's almost 6 o'clock in the morning, and I am tired, but I am feeling all the feelings tonight, because, did I mention? No. But the law was on abortions, and basically, would have made it impossible for any woman ever to get an abortion, and if they would have to jump through hoops, and then it'd be like, nope, still nothing. You have no choice on your body. Nope. So I know abortion is a tricky subject, but what they were proposing to do would have affected everyone. And we had, as a nation, as a collective voice, we had a better impact. Because we showed that you can't just play with the law as you see fit. you know, they were picking rules that they wanted to follow and then throwing the rule book out the window for the rest of it. Again, streamed live in front of all these people, and it's just, how can you have faith in a democracy that isn't a democracy? There were hundreds and thousands of voices screaming their opinion, but it didn't matter because these, whatever, 10 white battery died while I was rambling. But my bottom line is, only a select few of us, mostly on Twitter, I saw very, very, very few people mentioning this story on Facebook, which is why I don't use Facebook. It's useless to me. Mostly Twitter. Only people on Twitter know what was going on and were catching the YouTube and the Ustream streams. Only us, the select few, saw the absolute corruption that obviously goes on every other day of our lives that we are completely blind to. And it just makes you stop and think. And I don't know that we as a nation can continue like this for very much longer, so I believe I witnessed and was slightly a part of, from my Twitter feed, a part of history tonight. And I really hope so, and I hope history in the correct direction. So I'm not giving a lot of facts, I'm just giving a lot of opinion and a lot of, don't try to govern other people's bodies, minds, or beliefs. That's basically the bottom line, because you push, you push, you push, you're gonna get pushed back, and it's not gonna be very nice. So hopefully what happened tonight won't be silenced by media and propaganda and just slander, because mainstream media tends to go, these are the facts, but we only want to look at this sentence and completely invent a story around it. So I'm really actually scared to wake up tomorrow and to see what stories are being published, what stories are being seen on the big television news stations, because I'm afraid that the history books are already being rewritten and not in the correct direction. It was impossible to sleep, because for a long time it was very possible that they were going to get away with literal murder on signing this bill, when it would be unconstitutional, but they would sign it anyway. So if you missed out, I hesitate to say to go look at my Twitter stream, which is at Brittany Marzak. There's always a link in the description to my Twitter. But by the time you watch this, it's probably going to be a while since all my tweets. But if you keep scrolling, there's a lot of them. I was in Twitter jail at one point, and I'm pretty sure I had over 300 tweets just from this incident. And a lot of hashtag SB5, hashtag stand with Wendy. So all I ask is, if you see this story on mainstream media, be very, very cautious about what you believe and what they tell you, because it's probably 1% truth and 99% propaganda and lies that they've created. And yeah, it's not going to be good. So that's pretty much it. Sun is coming up, so I don't know how to end this, because I feel a lot of my retweets were Karina Cooper, the author I'm always raving about because she's amazing, and I can't remember exactly what she said, but it's like feeling a mixture of despair, fear, and hope. Like you don't know which one to go with, and that's pretty much where I am. I'm conflicted, because I'm happy that this bill is dead. SB5 is dead. That was a major relief, hearing all that and hearing Wendy talk and hearing, oh my gosh, it was amazing. Go watch the Christopher Dido Ustream, the last one. Amazing. I think it's 36 minutes. If you, yeah, watch that one, because that's when all the senators come out and they really talk and thank the people. So it's a temporary victory, but it's a victory and it needs to be heard. Hopefully I can find valid sources to link to and to spread everywhere, but we'll see. But I really, really hope this is not going to go badly. It can go in any direction at this point, and it's really scary because history can be made, or history can be made, or worst of all, nothing can happen and nothing can change, and that's not good. So yeah, I know I said I was gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna stop rambling, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow with freedom and rights as a woman still. Good night.